Hi, I'm Jimi Hendrix, and this episode is EA3, Emotional Motivation on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Okay, guys, we're going in for one last pit stop with the coach for a while. I want you to listen to this, and then we'll get down to the nitty-gritty, okay? This is emotional motivation. This should be something that's a starter.
If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. I think that's a pretty straightforward, common sense thought, but so many of us, I think we kind of ignore it. My rule of thumb on this is, let's do this. Are you where you want to be right now financially? Well, when I was coaching, no, that wasn't where I wanted to be. But then the test is this. Think of somebody that's been doing what you've been doing 5 years longer than you have. Doesn't have to be exactly 5, but 5 years longer than you have. Can you picture somebody in your mind? Is that where you want to be financially in 5 years? Well, I know me as a coach, no, that was very little difference in my financial picture 5 years later. So it hit me that I had to do something different. And I'm going to challenge you guys that our networking business is our something different. We keep our job going because we've got to keep food on the table. We got to keep the lights paid. But we start our networking business on the side and build it up, and that is going to be what we do that's different, guys. Get out of your comfort zone. Let's get that networking business going, and I tell you what, I'll see you at the top. I want to thank you for tuning in today. And
Okay, guys, let's see you at the top. I'm going to give you maybe a little bit of insight here, if you know what I mean. A little insight into me. We're gonna examine some of the gremlins and critters and drive them out in a very personal nature. Okay, so here we are. This is where it starts to hit home. In fact, it's probably gonna hit home quite a bit for a while. When I think about emotional motivation, sometimes it gets down to primary emotions that can be a motivator. And my primary positive emotion, I would have to say, is really hope. But my primary negative emotion is fear. You ever thought about that? You know, I think about my relationship with my sister. She and I are fairly close. We really are. Growing up, we pretty much had to be. Although we could spar with each other pretty well when we were kids. But I love my sister. In fact, I plan on calling and checking in on her today. But, you know, I think sometimes we need to use these emotions for some positive motivation. Because, you know, I listened to that yesterday and I thought, do you always want to keep on doing what I'm doing? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, some people may say, well, you don't change. People never change. But what kind of record does that set? By just sitting there and saying, well, people never change, and just have that negative mindset. That negative mindset's not going to get you anywhere. You're using your primary emotions to push you forward. That's the best thing for you. Because I'm going to tell you something. You find the right mentors that get into where you are and find where your primary emotions are. They know what to push so that you don't have to deal with that. You know? You want financial literacy, independence, freedom. You know, you don't want to sit there and just float around and wonder why your life's been poofed away. And there's always this rub. I mean, I know that's the way it is with me. You know? I have my mother. She's getting older. She has her health challenges and everything. And I'm thinking, Jimmy, wake up. The time for you to launch is now. The time for you to thrive is now. And that's for all of us. But yet I feel like so many of us are sitting there and being, picky Annie, puny Annie. Because of our culture. Instead of just going out there and crushing it. This is a crossroads again, folks. A crossroads. Do you want to just sit there and put up with it? Keep on doing what you're doing, and yet have that rub? The coach has a point, guys. Okay, I've only seen him through some internet meetings during the presentations, but I gotta say, this guy is a dynamo. He's a good Christian man, no doubt. I have respect for him and what he has to offer. Let me tell you something. New Year's Day. But New Year's Eve, I wrote down my goals. Because you think I want to clown around? No. No more clowning around. We gotta do this. We gotta tap into this emotional motivation and use a little emotional intelligence and emotional authenticity to tap into who we are and step into it. What God's called us to be. Now with that, I hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. Oh, and by the way, please share this with Mama San, Papa San, and everyone. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless each and every one of you.